Our first unit will cover topic and main idea. The topic is a word, name, or phrase that tells what the author is writing about in a paragraph or an essay. In other words, topic is the subject or the subject matter of that particular paragraph or essay. When you're looking at what the topic is of a particular paragraph or essay, you're looking at a few things. The topic could be a word, name, or phrase that either appears as a heading or a title. It might be in bold print, italics, or color. It might be something that's repeated throughout the paragraph or the essay, or it could be something that appears at the beginning and then is referred to many times throughout the actual paragraph or essay. Topic would be subject matter. In other words, it's one or two words. It's not a real lengthy sentence. The topic is the subject. However, the main idea is the most important key to good comprehension. What is the overall point? What is the main idea that the author is trying to convey to you? To find the main idea of a particular reading selection, ask yourself, what is the main point the author is trying to make? What is he or she trying to tell me as a reader? If you look at this cartoon, it says the main idea or point in this cartoon, that the man on the couch has problems, is well supported by the statements about his job, wife, friends, and dog. So if you look at the cartoon, the man says, I've got problems. I lost my job. My wife left me. My friends don't return my phone calls. Even my dog won't go for a walk with me. The main idea is the man has problems. When you're looking at a particular paragraph, again, ask yourself, what is the author's point? Let's take a look at this one. Many people feel that violence on television is harmless entertainment. However, we now know that TV violence does affect people in negative ways. One study showed that frequent TV watchers are more fearful and suspicious of others. They try to protect themselves from the outside world with extra locks on the doors, alarm systems, guard dogs, and guns. In addition, that same study showed that heavy TV watchers are less upset about real-life violence than non-TV watchers. It seems that the constant violence they see on TV makes them less sensitive to the real thing. Another study of a group of children found that TV violence increases aggressive behavior. Children who watched violent shows were more willing to hurt another child in games where they were given a choice between helping and hurting. They were also more likely to select toy weapons over other kinds of playthings. And if you look at this particular question about this paragraph, it says, which general statement is supported by the other material in the passage? A, many people feel that violence on television is harmless entertainment. However, we now know that TV violence does affect people in negative ways. One study showed that frequent TV watchers are more fearful and suspicious of others. Or D, they try to protect themselves from the outside world with extra locks on the doors, alarm systems, guard dogs, and guns. So if you're looking at the main idea, it's not usually going to be one specific description or detail. It's going to be an overall idea. So if we look at that one, B is the general statement. We now know that TV violence does affect people in negative ways because the rest of the paragraph spent illustrating that particular idea. When you think of an idea or the main idea of a paragraph or reading selection, think of it as an umbrella. It's the big picture, and then underneath the umbrella are the details that follow along that big picture. Recognizing a main idea, you have to think as you read. Again, we want to be close readers. We want to be annotative readers, which means we take notes as we read. We want to ask ourselves questions, or we want to highlight, or we want to underline. 3 strategies that will help you find the main idea. 1, look for general versus specific. Again, for main idea, we're looking for the general. Number 2, use the topic to lead you to the main idea. What did you think was the overall subject matter? And number 3, use key words to lead you to the main idea. So the rest of this PowerPoint deals with these 3 strategies. Number 1, look for general versus specific. Let's do a little bit of practice. In the words below, what 3 items are specific items and which item is the general idea? Dishonesty, greed, bad qualities, or selfishness? Well, we can see that everything is a bad quality that's listed: dishonesty, greed, and selfishness. So bad qualities is our general idea. Let's look at this paragraph again that we read on TV violence. Notice that the general idea is supported by the specific ideas. The general one is that TV violence does affect people in negative ways, and the specific ideas, which are the specific ways that people are affected by television, is listed in the blue. Number 2 strategy was use the topic to lead you to the main idea. If we looked at the topic of the reading selection, we realized that the topic was TV violence. So who or what is the selection about? And then after you have found that main topic, what's the main idea? What's the point that the author's making about the topic? Let's look at this paragraph. Recently, a family of 4 were found dead in their suburban home in New Jersey, victims of carbon monoxide. Such cases are tragically common. Carbon monoxide is deadly for many reasons. To begin with, it is created in the most ordinary of ways, by the burning of wood, coal, or petroleum products. Once created, this gas is impossible to detect without instruments. It is colorless, odorless, and tasteless. Also, carbon monoxide mingles with and remains in the air rather than rising and being carried away by the wind. Then, when people unexpectedly breathe it in, it chokes them, taking the place of the oxygen in their blood. Furthermore, it can do its lethal work in very small quantities. Anyone exposed to air that is just 1% carbon monoxide for even a few minutes will almost certainly die. So what is the topic of the paragraph? Ask yourself, what is the subject matter? Hopefully you got this answer. Carbon monoxide. That's the general topic. Not anything specific about carbon monoxide, just that term is the topic. What is the main idea of the paragraph? See if you can figure that out. Hopefully you came up with that particular sentence there in red. Carbon monoxide is deadly for many reasons. The rest of the paragraph deals with the deadly qualities of carbon monoxide. The third strategy was to find and use keywords to lead you to the main idea. Sometimes an author announces the main idea by using keywords. One group of keywords is list words. List words tell you that a list of items will follow. The main idea in the paragraph about carbon monoxide said, carbon monoxide is deadly for many reasons. That's a list word. That's showing you that, okay, now the rest of the paragraph are going to explain these reasons. Here are some common words that announce a main idea. You can print this from your PowerPoint, or you could copy these down as well by pressing the pause button. It is up to you. You'll notice that each of these words ends in S, which really suggests that the supporting details are going to come back to these common words. Here are some common words that often introduce supporting details and help you discover the main idea. These are also called addition words. So you could print these, or you could press pause and copy them down as well. If you look back at the TV violence paragraph, pick out the addition words that alerted you to supporting details. Also, note the list words that suggest the main idea. So use those 2 lists that we just looked at and try to incorporate those into the TV violence selection. I'm going to go on, but if you want to press pause here to work on this a little bit more, you can. I'm going to show you those addition words and list words now. You'll see that the list word says that TV violence does affect people in negative ways. Again, there's the ways. And then you have your addition words, one, in addition, and another. Those are also considered transition words. They help us, they help the flow of writing. Sometimes your main idea will be at the beginning of the passage. That might be in the first or second sentence of a paragraph, or it might be in a first paragraph of an essay. So your main idea can come in various spots, and we're going to look at the different areas. I would like for you to pause the video now and read this paragraph and figure out which sentence contains the main idea. So press pause now, read the paragraph, and then press play to check your answer. The first sentence introduces the topic. The second sentence contains the main idea. Hopefully you figured that out. Sometimes your main idea comes in the middle of the paragraph or in the middle of the reading selection. Again, read this article, press pause, read the article, and then try to figure out where the main idea is. This one comes in the middle. Sometimes an idea can come at the end of the paragraph or at the end of an essay. They give you a lot of information, and then they tell you the main idea or the key point that the author wanted to make to you. As you can guess, this one's going to come at the end of the paragraph, but go ahead and press pause, read the paragraph, and then figure out which sentence contains the main idea. Clearly, insects are both harmful and beneficial to human society. They've listed their reasons, then they've told you their point at the very end. Just as a paragraph may have a main idea, a longer section, like I've stated before, can have a central point. We call it the main idea, but when we're looking at an essay or a reading selection, we also call that the thesis statement. You can find the central point in the same way you find a main idea, by looking at the essay, identifying the topic, and then looking for the supporting material, which all lead back to that central point or the thesis statement.